This is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here on ticker NWBO, or Northwest Biotherapeutics. So I saw this thing was trending, decided to take a look at them, and just looking at the daily time frame here, you can see some earnings reports on the chart, and they aren't that bad. Looks like they lost 3 cents, lost a penny, lost a penny, but they are trading down below $1. So I definitely went in and dug into the financials to kind of see what's going on, because for a company that's, almost breaking even on EPS, it is a little odd to see them, trading down below $1. So we'll look at the financials in a second, but you can see this little pump here that they had recently, and this came right before they announced that they're going to be looking to get approval, commercial approval for their DC-VAX-L treatment. And this is going to be for like brain cancer patients. And they did the trials, they went through, they even completed the phase 3 trial. The data is out there, but the FDA has not approved the drug for use in the US. So they're looking to get this approval in the United Kingdom. So it says DC-VAX Personalized Immune Therapies for Solid Tumor Cancers announces that it plans to submit the Marketing Authorization Application, or the MAA, in the UK to the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agencies. That's the MHRA. That is the equivalent of the US FDA. So reading down here, it says the company anticipates submitting the MAA in approximately the next 30 to 45 days. So I was like, okay, looks like they're trying to get approval for this drug in the United Kingdom. They haven't been able to get approval here in the US with the FDA. So let's dig into their financials a little bit more, because their earnings don't look too bad at first glance here. So I went to the Yahoo Finance, started to take a look. If we go to the statistics tab here in Yahoo Finance, the operating margin is pretty rough, negative 3,202%. That's in the last 12 months. The return on assets is pretty brutal as well. Last 12 months, negative 134.78%. There's not a lot of revenue here, 1.88 million. The quarterly revenue growth year over year is down 57.9%. Gross profits the last 12 months is in the negative 33.83 million. EBITDA negative 59 million. There's the EPS, a pretty small number. It's a negative number, but it's a pretty small number at 8 cents over the last 12 months, which is kind of what we were seeing on the chart there. Something that's kind of scary though with them is their current ratio and their cash position. So the current ratio is 0.12. That is not good. That is way, way, way too close to zero. You can see them sitting on 1.42 million in cash, but kind of their cash position here is pretty scary as well. Because look at their operating cash flow the last 12 months. They lost almost 48 million in operations, and it shows 94 million in the negative here for levered free cash flow. So let's take a look actually at the cash flow statement, and just kind of let's see what's going on here to verify what we're seeing there on that statistics page. So if you look at operating cash flow, if you go from 2019, if you're looking at the annuals here, it's going in the wrong direction for sure. They started in 2019, negative 31 million in operating cash flow. That has grown to negative 52 million. So that's growing. It's going in the wrong direction. You can see every year that operating cash flow is just increasing in a negative number. So that is not good. Free cash flow, exact same thing. You can see free cash flow for 2019, negative 32 million, just kind of keeps climbing. Last 12 months, negative 57 million. Let's look at the quarterly to verify the cash position here. And this is what is pretty scary. Their end cash position was 1.4 million, which we saw in the statistics tab, and they burned through 57 million in the last 12 months. So what does that tell you about how quickly they're going to run out of cash? That's pretty scary. That's why their current ratio is so tiny, which is pretty scary as well. So, just looking at their cash flow, looking at their earnings, and I think the balance sheet is pretty brutal as well. Let's take a look really quick. But yeah, they've got way, way more liabilities than assets. So, looking at their balance sheet, looking at their cash flow statement, and the earnings aren't that bad, but that cash flow statement definitely has me concerned, and I believe this is a very high risk trade here. If you're going to buy shares and hold shares here, you really need them to get this thing approved quickly. They need to start making more money, because they are burning through cash like crazy, and they do not have a lot of cash left. So if it's going to take 30 to 45 days for them to submit this application, and then it's going to take, even longer for that to be approved, I believe they're going to have to take out some more debt because they just don't have a lot of cash on hand right now. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. I was looking through the SEC filings. I don't see any SEC filings since August 9th. So yeah, with that latest SEC filing being August 9th, I think they're going to have to do something really quick here, to be honest. I mean, it's going to take them 30 to 45 days to submit this application, they're going to run out of cash. So I see them doing something pretty quickly here. Maybe they offer some stock, maybe they take out a loan, they take out some kind of debt because they're almost out of cash. So again, I'm not going to be buying shares of this stock. This is just a high risk play. And what if they don't get approved? I mean, what if they do? Great. Maybe they'll have a big influx of, cash flow, and it'll kind of help out their cash flow statement. But what if they don't get that approval in the UK? I mean, these guys are in deep, deep trouble financially. So that's my take here on ticker NWBO, or Northwest Biotherapeutics. I'll continue to keep you updated. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.